We're rocking and rolling you.
The
You know what I mean? Hey,
The Scottish accent.
welcome to Scott FM again.
Oh, aye, it is. We're back.
Do you know what's funny is though? In my head, I wanted to say, "You want any prawn? Any prawn?" And then it just went, "No, Scottish."
Yeah, we literally just before this started, we were doing a South African accent from like, where is it?
District 9.
Yeah, I always get that mixed up with District 12.
Isn't that the Chinese Japanese movie?
It's the French one, the one with the parkour.
Oh, is that?
Yeah,
that's a sick movie.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Also a very good film, but I always mix District 9 and District 12.
Yeah.
District 13, what the fuck is it
District
called?
13. That's something.
Yeah, it's District 13.
Yeah, it's 13.
I don't know.
You said
District,
numbers.
then a number. I don't fucking know, do I?
No, not
So,
a clue.
yeah, but we're doing like a cheeky prawn, eh?
Cheeky prawn.
But then
Do you
instantly,
want the cat food?
instantly just went Scottish.
Yeah. Aye.
Cheeky prawn, eh?
Yeah.
You want
Batter
the cat
that
food?
prawn.
You want the cat food?
Yeah, batter that bastard.
Imagine if fucking District 9 was set in Scotland. Set in
That would be
Scotland.
it.
In Glasgow.
All of the aliens have been murdered.
Yeah, yeah.
Immediately. And
yeah.
then eaten.
Yeah. It's fucking
Yeah.
brilliant.
Good movie. If you don't like the movie, can't be friends. Sorry. I love it. I think it's so clever.
Yeah.
Right, we're cracking on because we promised last week that we would get back to the questions we couldn't do the other week because we were already hit 2. We by camel's nut hair made it into the 2-hour breach last week of the Spotify limit, so we have to be careful. Yeah. So we put up a vote. And most of you loved the 2-hour freaking thing, which we didn't expect.
Yeah, we were like, everyone's going to be sick of us after 90 minutes.
If you're on Spotify, we're putting up questions and polls. It's a new thing that they allow you to do on Spotify. If you go onto the episode, if you just scroll down a little bit, you'll see there'll be if we post a question that you can answer directly on Spotify and a poll you can actually click your answer for directly on Spotify.
I think that's such a good idea.
We're going to do it every week. So there'll be something there. It might be silly or it might be serious. So
I think YouTube should allow that as well. Don't you think that makes
In
sense?
fact, we did one last week about doing a meetup, but I forgot to look at the responses. But we'll look at the end once we're in the final half hour. I'll have a quick look and see what people said.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes,
So anyway, so we are going to have to get a move on with this one because we do want to get all the questions.
And we're going to do it in the future. We're just going to get a move on as well.
Yes.
Because we have so much that we want to get in. And we
Yeah.
end up just tangenting
We get
off.
distracted super easy.
Super easy.
So we're going to fire straight into the rum.
So you ready? So we're going to open up the crew chest.
Boom.
Oh, now this, I think, might come in. Now, this one is going to split the room in terms of the way it looks bottle-wise because, damn, I like it.
I fucking love it.
And I think it's a keeper. Like the other one we had last week, which was the whiskey, which was a keeper. This one has alligator skin in the glass.
Yep.
Like, deep embossed on the glass.
Yeah, embossed or debossed.
It's molded like alligator skin.
Yeah, it's literally like the texture of an alligator. It's so fucking cool.
Like you could just refill that bottle over and over with different stuff if you took it. Just be.
And that cork looks sick as well. Like,
so what is
if
it?
you can see
What's
this,
the actual
it's
rum?
a
We should
rum.
probably tell people.
Sorry, everyone. So I don't even know how you pronounce the main bit. It's Ron de Cuba.
What's that?
How would you say that?
Eminente.
Eminente.
E-M-I-N-E. What is it? E-M-I-N-E-N-T-E.
Yeah, and it's a 7-year aged rum.
And here's the twist.
Yeah, and it is aged in white oak ex whiskey barrels.
Yeah.
So
See, now we've had whiskey with a rum barrel.
Yeah.
And we've had whiskey with a sherry barrel.
Yeah.
Now we're having rum with the whiskey barrel.
Yeah.
I'm interested in this one.
Yeah.
Last week, is it 1789? Was it last week? Is that what it was? The small batch.
Something or
It's one of my. I can't. It's tangling with the top spot.
Really?
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. So we've also just to outmatch last week, where we had 6-inch cigars. We've budged up 5 inches,
and we've gone to 7s.
Now we're in 7s.
Yeah.
So we're leveling up.
We're back to the Davidoff range.
Do you remember what these ones are called?
Yeah, Cusano, Robusto Turbos, the Dominican
That's
ones.
the one, Robusto. These are some big boys.
Yeah, they've got some length on them.
Ooh, gee. I don't think we're going to get through that, bro. What the heck?
Oh, they're already punched.
Awesome. Should we leave it at that?
We've never done a punch cut, have we?
No, we haven't.
So Anthony was telling us. So there's different types of cut. Basically, when you chop off the end of the cigar, so you actually can draw through it.
Yeah.
There's different types. So you've just got like your straight cut. There was like a
V
V cut.
cut. X cut. Was there an X cut or something weird?
I think of an X.
Or was the V the weird one?
I think an X cut, or was it called that, or a star cut, or whatever it was.
Something, yeah.
It was like basically a V cut done one direction, then done the other, and it's like a rose almost. But then the other one was a punch cut, which literally like punches a little hole in the end, so it's a much tighter
Looks like an olive with a pip. You know when you depipped an olive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has it got a good draw?
Looks like a
Oh, it's got a good draw.
looks like a penis when somebody's inserted a pencil into the end of it. We've all had that video pop up at some point and gone, "Oh Jesus!"
Oh, that's just ruined people's days.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, happy Monday. So let's get crack on with these then. So we'll pour the whiskies and then let's get the first question going whilst we're pouring out this whiskey.
Righty.
You have them, don't you?
I do have the questions, mate.
I feel bad throwing these tubies away. They're kind of nice. What could you use them as?
Pant fillers for underwear selfies.
Oh yeah, just really,
Put,
really pin straight penis. It's thin, but it's very straight.
it's the straightest.
Ooh, that made a good noise.
It did make a good noise. Maybe you want to go for the bin now?
Yeah, go on, go for the bin. You're on a 3-pointer.
Nope.
Do you ever? Did you used to play basketball at school?
Yeah.
Right. You played basketball. So I played on the basketball team. I played on the school team, both town teams, Burnley and Blackburn, which made no sense because they were rivals.
Yeah.
And then I went up to like north of England, like standard as a point guard, obviously, because I'm not 6'7". But if we were in class and I used to like ball up a piece of scrap paper and just launch it at the bin, and it didn't go in, there'd always be some tit in the room who go, "Thought you played basketball."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we often play with a wicker basket on the floor and paper balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Every time, bro.
Why do they assume that it just carries over to everything? Oh yeah, yeah. Just like, oh, you throw balls, so you're good at shot put as well.
Shot
Then.
putting, right? Yeah. Nice work.
Yeah, you bowl. You good at bowling too? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He is. You right with the fountain pen, do you? Ah, oil paintings.
Yes. Yes. Some people. Right.
You people.
Are you gonna do this? Because
I've got. Oh, right. Can I just say? So, if you're watching on Spotify or YouTube, I don't have my brace on. I don't have my support on, and I absolutely should not be doing this under normal doctor's opinions. But I went to the physio. So, a quick update on my bicep reattachment. Went to the physio for the first appointment the other day, and I was truthful with them. I was like, when she said, I wasn't like, stop saying it, dude. Someone needs to punch me when I say the word like in between sentences.
I'll punch you.
I'd soon sharpen up. Just not in the right arm. You just concentrate. Can we not do arms, actually? Let's go for a knee shot or something.
I thought you meant a face, but all right.
Yeah, Jesus, that'd be a bloody mess. So she said to me when I went in, have you, obviously you've kept the brace on. I went, nope. She was like, sorry, what? I was like, no, when I've been sat down, the brace sucks. So I've been taking it off and letting it rest on a pillow where it wants to just sit, making sure there's no tension. She's like, okay, what else have you been doing? Gaming, got PS5. And I thought it's actually quite good because I'm getting all my little fingeries going the forearms activated. She's like, okay. And she looked at my range of motion and it's about, 40 degrees more than it should be able to do at this stage.
Yeah.
And she was like, huh. I was like, yeah, huh, indeed. So what can I do? She was like, I can't give you anything. I was like, what do you mean? She said, well, I have to abide by the surgeon. And he says, at this stage, you should still be in the brace and locked at like 100 degrees range of movement. So you've surpassed everything that I could even give you at this stage to do.
Yeah.
And she said, I can't give you anything. She's like, I guess
she's limited by what
he would allow her to give me at that point. She's like, you're like 3 weeks ahead of schedule. I was like, I know, I'm awesome. And also, I'm just, came off the pain meds early, made sure I was getting because this is the thing. If you stick to pain meds and then try and do something, you're not going to feel where the pain actually is, are you?
No, yeah. It's because pain is a useful thing.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I came off the meds early and then I was supinating and pronating. Oh, cheeky pop.
This cork looks fucking stunning as well.
This does look beautiful.
It's
That's almost a wooden looking cork and it is debossed on the cork, which seems bizarre because then it's got the paper over the top. Should we kind of take that off?
Yeah, put it off.
Let's see, because underneath...
the paper reminds me of like dollar bills.
It is it's like old American money. Yeah, do you think it's meant to be Cuban money?
Yeah, probably
it is. Yeah. Looks like a note. Yeah, underneath. Yeah, look, it's...
Their logo is the Cuban outline of
why would you not use...
What?
The low adhesive stickers, like easy peels.
Well, it probably was, but it's been sat on there for a million years.
Yeah, maybe. So it says on it, it's all debossed. It says Ron de Cuba on both sides, and then I think, no, it's not. I think that's the Cuban island. I was going to say it looks like an alligator, but
that's it. So if you read on the back, what it says is...
Here we go, history lesson.
Cuba has many secrets, like the mysterious crocodile that hides in the waters of the island. Look closely at the map and you'll see why we Cubans call our home Isla del Crocodilo. because their island looks like a fucking crocodile.
Fucking, it does it?
So, and that's the
It
logo.
literally looks like a crocodile.
Yeah,
That's mad.
that is
Never
very cool.
noticed
And
that.
I've never noticed that either.
No. There you go. So have a look at the... is that actually Cuba?
Apparently. I don't know. I'm just following what the bottle tells me.
It definitely helps when you draw
I have no
scales on the
geography
island.
knowledge at all.
It could be a gecko. Either way, it's pretty cool.
No, it's
Right.
Isla del Crocodilo, so obviously if that's what the Cubans call it, the island of crocodiles.
It's cool.
Or the Crocodile Island or something like that.
Here, oh, it's a squeaker.
Ooh.
Oh,
But no pop.
A little pop.
Little pop.
now that could technically be a very cheeky pop.
Yeah.
Because it's like, hey,
It's a
because
very-
it had the squeak.
Yeah. It was a
Oh,
bit of
look, that is pretty. Oh, it's got in the rim of the bottle, it says Ron de Cuba as well.
I hope this tastes good because, like,
I hope Ron appreciates all the name dropping he's getting.
I know, because the branding and the style of the bottle is
Yeah,
the
this is
attention to
good.
detail is very good.
Plug her up, or I reckon.
I think glug.
Oh, you're right.
The attention to detail on this one is
There we go.
very nice.
Right, what's our first question then? What we got going on? Is this the last one I sent you or the first one?
That's the first one.
First one. This makes no sense. Someone's just put, which one's your best?
Yes,
Yes. All, yes.
all of them.
If you could get drunk with a historical figure, who would it be? Tangent time. Peggy Bra, who has
Oh yeah,
just passed his big boy test.
Yeah, he sent me a fucking hilarious video of him screaming at his certificate, basically.
Saying, he's only bloody gone and done it.
Yeah.
Passed his back test. Congratulations, Peggy Bra. Time to ride in the new year, buddy. Somebody is lagging.
I know. And he messaged me,
Yeah.
like I said, he'd get on it, and I was like, I'm still doing the fucking bathroom. It's like almost done, but there's just so many loads of little bits. So, and to be honest, it's probably not a great time to start learning with this shit weather.
Yeah, but January good.
Yeah,
If
I
it's
was gonna
clear.
say, if I can
bug
hold
all
out another
people.
month or two, yeah.
January's quiet on the roads as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so go on. Who? If you could get drunk with a historical figure, I know exactly who it would be.
So are they? How historical are we talking? Are they
just
going to
says
be alive,
historical.
or can they just be somebody from the past?
I'm assuming historical is gone.
Okay. Oh, you go first if you've got one.
Well, I had one that jumped straight to my head was Churchill.
I was
Because
thinking,
he was awesome drunk.
yeah, that is pretty funny.
He would have been seriously interesting as well. Now, if you wanted to go fun, you could go with someone like Lenny Kravitz. Not Lenny Kravitz, wrong one. He's still going. I meant Bob Marley. You know, someone like that.
Yeah.
You could go that way.
Yeah,
Depends what kind of depends what your evening you want to be.
yeah.
I just think Churchill will be a chuckle.
Fuck, I don't know.
I didn't think. I accidentally just put it to my mouth because it was in my hand.
You motherfucker.
Oh, it's interesting.
Hold on, then. I'm getting straight in. So that if you were just listening, then Lex has actually accidentally took a drink
That
without me.
was just automatic. I didn't even think, and then as soon as it hit my lips, my body went, "Oh, you made an error.
You've made a boo boo.
He's going to make a face at you." Now that is, I'm going to say, 3-tone deliciousness: sweet, spice, and then smokiness over the back. You get that oak barrel smoke at the end.
Wow, that's ooh.
Yeah, that's almost like a
lovely.
whiskey.
It is. That's what I said. It's like there's,
When have you had a smoky rum?
and it works really well.
Really well. You get the spice of the rum, even though it's not a spiced rum, is it? I don't think.
No. It's got some-
41.3% as well, so it's a good one.
That's lovely.
That is
That's
lovely.
like a weird hybrid.
Yes.
That's very.
Yeah.
It's the most whiskey-like rum I've ever had.
It really, yeah. One more, do second sip again, because second's always a bit more telling. That is interesting.
I like that.
That is nice. You definitely get the rum undertone right the way along the whole base of, like all the way along the tongue is rum, and then overtones of it, the smokiness of the whiskey from the barrel, and then there's also a sweetness there.
Yeah, that's very nice. I think it was in last week's comments on YouTube. Jace, he listens to the CREWCast, but he's also a member of the gym, and he said that he's like a big whiskey fan, and he's trying to get into his rums a little bit more. This one would be one for you, Jace, because I think this one is like a real good one for a transitioner. Somebody
nice.
who's transitioning.
There's no burn on that whatsoever. There's not even any heat on that.
No, not
You
at
need
all.
to do your Android make it work face. You want to just do the questions because otherwise I'm going to
Yeah,
keep locking up on me,
that's
isn't
fine.
it?
Are we going to like these motherfuckers?
I've gone Churchill. Are you sticking with Churchy?
Fuck it.
Go on, you answer. I'll like mine. Where's the old letter? There it is.
Jesus, this is a tough one. I really like. I'm trying to think who would be.
Well, let's say I'll bring my mate to the party, and you bring yours.
Right,
So
if
I've
you're
got
bringing Churchill, fuck. All right.
I don't know how much of a good party point it would be, but I think it'd be fun.
What? Who?
Freddie Mercury.
That would be hilarious. I think that would be amazing. I used to love Queen. I still do love Queen, but as a kid, like I was obsessed with Queen.
Because he was a notorious party boy.
Yeah.
Like he threw some bangers. Literally.
Him and Churchill
This
together.
lighter is a piece of shit. I hate it. I suppose we bought this I bought this. It's a butane Zippo filler, and it has issues lighting itself all the goddamn time. It's a nightmare.
Looks like you're going to have to spend 500 quid on one like Anthony.
If I ever... Ooh, I'm on fire. If I ever do that, you need to tell me I'm out of order. It's too far.
It's gone
Like,
too far.
You know how many scooters you could buy to battle each other road rash style on for that?
Yeah.
Or you could buy an old Peugeot and take it to like a demolition derby.
I've thought of one, and it's a fairly recent death, but somebody again I was a massive fan of from very young, DMX.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no interest in that.
No, I'd love to meet DMX.
Really? Why?
Really interesting character.
Who is he? I don't know much about him.
But there was a lot of drug use, which obviously kind of took away from some stuff for a while, but very interesting.
Yeah, heart attack, didn't he? Well, now that is it's annoying, isn't it? Well, yeah, it's going now. Look, it's weird. I think there's something wrong with it. Anyway, invest in something different. Nice, that.
Ooh, these cigars are lovely.
Smooth.
I really like that little hole.
Yeah.
What is it? A punch cut?
Punch cut. Next question.
Next question. See, I'm not used to
you were going to
being on the questions straight away. Would you rather drown to death or burn to death?
Drown.
Drown, same.
Yeah.
You're meant to go into a state of euphoria, aren't you?
Yeah,
When the water goes into your lungs. Burning probably just sucks until the very end.
Imagine breathing flames into your lungs.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Not nice.
Just, oof. No, thank you.
What was your reason for starting and the motivation for carrying on when it's tough? I'm assuming that's around training.
Reason for starting? Well, actually, I said something when we came in here because I've got my Gimpy on. Oh, by the way, the reason, so it's free. It's not free. I've just chosen to keep the brace off whilst I'm in the house in a safe environment so that it can, because it's got bad pressure points. So my arm is still knackered, but it's way better than it should be at this stage. But you can see, can't you, how there's no blood in it, and because it's not been moving, it does look. Well, we measured it, and I think it's an inch down.
Yeah,
but that's not true inch because the moment it gets blood in it,
yeah.
So it's probably lost about a quarter.
It's as flaccid as it's gonna get.
Yeah, but if I push it up against my side, you can see it's still the meat's still there.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably lost about a quarter to half an inch.
We're talking about your arm.
Turgid. So it's not as turgid as it would be. And to look at it, to me, now it looks emaciated.
Yeah.
And it's not. And I said when we walked in, look at my gimp arm, because I'm politically correct like that. And I was like, I can't understand how people would look down at an arm like this and be happy with it. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. I'm literally saying that's how my brain works. Because ever since I was a kid, I grew up watching Bruce Lee, Stallone, Arnie, Van Damme, all of that. And it was just instilled into me that that's how a male body looks. And I liked that look.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like, that's how you got to look and bullied in. No, I liked that look. Yeah. That was appealing to me. And it was a goal from a very young age.
Yeah.
So that was probably movies was my starting point.
Yeah.
And the fact that I was nuts about athletics. That's all I did.
Exactly the same for me. Bruce Lee, Stallone, Arnie. That's what I kind of grew up on. And both my parents trained. Like, it was just...
they did?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was just normal.
Yeah.
I didn't really think... I thought that that's kind of just one of the things that you did. I understood that not everybody did it, but I was like, I'm the type of person that should train.
My granddad used to take me out to play cricket and tennis and all sorts of stuff. I remember that. And
we need to have another sip with that now. I was about to have another one, but now we've had a smoke.
Yeah. I'll finish it. I'll say I genuinely, I remember being about 13 or 14, and I could not wait to get a set of weights.
Yeah.
And I got those sand-filled Argos gold
Yes.
weights
Yeah,
with the
I
red
had
clips.
exactly the same thing.
And here's the cool. I used to sit on the windowsill in the living room, just curling, just letting the neighbours know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, big guns over here.
Oh.
I'm not kidding you. Sat on the windowsill, / back of the sofa, curling at the window, like this'll get the girls.
Yeah. And
Why
it
is
works.
the brain so shit at that age? Like the first thing it comes up with. My go-to when I was 8 years old was run really fast in front of them. That'll get them.
Yeah.
If they were like 26,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this will get her.
Yeah, impressive.
This is what she wants.
Yeah, I had those exact like Argos weights as well, and well, it was a floor press because I didn't have a bench, so I'd be doing like a floor press, and then I would superset that with the flip move when you flick yourself up on your back.
Really, the rock get up.
Yeah, I would like they do it in like martial arts films as well,
Yeah,
don't they, where
yeah.
they swing the legs, but I couldn't do it, so it was
salmon yourself
It was just me fucking cracking my head off the floor.
Just thinking
Like
one day I'll get
5 times.
No
and then I'm
technique.
like back to bench press, then crack my head off the floor for 10 times. While like
You weren't dyslexic at school. You were concussed.
yeah, while I've got like a Mortal Kombat playing on the TV.
Finish him.
No, I'm watching like the Mortal Kombat film or something like that, and then just supersetting. That was me at like fucking 12 years old.
Amazing.
So yeah, that was my motivation. It's just because that felt like it was what was normal to do, and definitely when I did start lifting, part of that motivation was to get girls as well. Being completely honest, I wanted to look better, and I thought that girls would find that more impressive.
It is. I mean, I think there is something genetically in us as to what we adhere to as kids and what we enjoy watching and what like lights our fire, I guess. And for me, it was that like the martial arts, muscle build, that thing, weightlifting, Arnie. I wasn't even watching Arnie. I didn't even know he was a bodybuilder. I just saw him in the films, I wasn't aware until later on when you look back because it's before our time, when he was doing all that stuff. So, yeah, man, I think it's just inbuilt in. Right, cool. Good question.
The last part of it was
what was the
what's the motivation to carry on when it gets tough?
Because I know that if I get in that gym and do work and still progress, that it will benefit every other aspect of my life because I'll follow through the success from the gym within life. Because it makes, if I'm feeling good about the way I feel and look, that's going to inspire me to feel more confident about everything else I'm doing. And it's true because if I slack off the gym, everything slacks off energy-wise. It really does. You noticed it as well, and you freaking work at a gym, and so it's right on your doorstep, and even you have moments where you struggle.
Oh God, yeah, of course. And yeah, for me, like, I think often people do think that you've just got unlimited motivation and we just keep going. It's like, no, I can't really say that there's many times where I'm motivated to go to the gym. I just get up and go because that's what I should do. Sometimes I'm dragging my heels to like get into that session, but then once I get going, I'm all right. Not every single time. Occasionally I'll still have a session and be like a bit lackluster, but like 95% of the time,
even our lackluster sessions are better than some fucking people in the gym do.
It literally doesn't even. The thing is, when you turn up and train, even if you came in and only performed at 50% just because it just wasn't your day, your head wasn't in it, you're still way better off for doing that than not training at all. So it's tough, and sometimes you just literally just got to do the thing whether you want to or not.
The days when you go when you don't want to are the difference makers.
Yeah,
because they're the days where you break that little root that the laziness gets in. It's the day that you pull that root up and put it out. But if you let that one day in, let that one root hook in, then another day, another root, and eventually you grow that big ass lazy tree that looks like a sofa and a pizza box.
Yeah,
it's true. So easily done, and it's quick.
Yeah, and it really that one day just snowballs into 2 days and 3 days, and before you know it, it's been 2 months and you've trained.
Break it, get in and have a crap session.
Yeah,
because that crap session, the only bad session is a session you missed.
Yeah, and we've said it before as well. Even if you literally come in and do 20 minutes and then go, that's fine. That's a perfect place to start. And then
just get in.
Yeah, and it's so much less mentally intimidating to just be like, I've only got to be there 20 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever the fuck, wherever you're starting at, to get in, do something, then fuck off, and then just build up the habit of actually turning up and training. At the beginning of this year, I had like about it was the end of last year actually. I had about a month off of training, lockdowns, and my dog died and stuff like that. I just was not in the mood for it. And then what I did in January, I trained every single day for the first month, but they were just literally 20 to 40 minute sessions, and it was just the case, and it was just a body part split.
Yeah.
Which I haven't done a body part split for a very long time. I was literally having arm days for the first time ever, and but it was just the habit of getting in the gym and training. It wasn't actually what the training looked like. It was just the habit.
Yeah,
and it worked brilliantly.
Creating that consistency.
Yeah.
And just making it part of your schedule.
You've just had a sip, haven't you?
Yeah, but mine's watered, mate. It doesn't need that ice cube. It doesn't, does it?
No.
It's
Does it taste any different after the cigar?
No, 'cause it's too watery. If I looked at it and thought it's going to be too... Look at the difference in the colour.
You fucked me again.
Nah, that I knew it because I took a little sip thinking that's going to...
I've been waiting here. There's twice when I was
you can do it and tell me what it actually tastes like
Right.
that's not watered down. Because yours is the last. You poured a bigger one than me, I think. Should I just top mine up?
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh. I got cheeky, yeah?
There's more sweetness to it now.
Right, I'll feel it now.
There's more sweetness. That is lovely.
Well, I better have another old puffy puff on the old 7-incher.
Get your chops around that.
Listen, I'm a fan of this punch cut.
Yeah.
I think it's so easy. It's nice.
You have to buy those special like punch cut things. We should have a look at them. I don't even know how they work. What we need to do, those little hole punch.
Right, I'm going in. My brain just clocked what you said. Ooh.
Right on the front.
Yep, way more on the front because that smokiness from the cigar is now taking down the smokiness in that.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, a little bit of heat from that now as well. Cigar's obviously opened up something. So we've got a little bit of spice, a little bit of heat. Nice. Really good. Wow. 2 really good bottles back to back.
I know. That was from the Reeking. What was it? Reeking whiskey.
Reeking whiskey.
In
Yeah,
Shrewsbury.
good. And they helped us out with those, so fair play, boys.
Yeah.
Did a good one. Okay, next. Did we do that question now done?
Yeah,
Next one.
that
Let's
is
rock
wrapped up.
on. Rock on.
Have you guys tried the peanut butter whiskey by the brand Sheepdog? Sorry.
Do they do the beers?
No.
No.
You're thinking of Brewdog.
Ah, that's it, yeah.
Well, if it's got real peanut butter in, I can't have it
No,
because
they
I have
will
a nut
die.
allergy.
So let's try it. See if it's real.
Well, technically, so it's really weird, my nut allergy. So, peanuts is the most common nut allergy, but I'm actually not allergic to peanuts. I'm allergic to all other nuts bar peanuts. But because they're so similar, apparently, I could basically have peanuts 100 times and be fine. But because it's obviously just a miscommunication with my body identifying nuts as something that's dangerous to me, I could have it just that one time and it misunderstands what it is, thinks it's something else, and then have a reaction from it. So
weird, isn't it?
yeah, allergies are just so bizarre.
Do you ruin everyone's flights on holidays? Because there's no warm nuts if you're on the plane.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever mentioned it, but
So if I'm eating peanuts here, you're going to be all right. If I'm nomming them, you're not going to
as long as we
breathe
didn't
breathe
kiss
and
after.
perish. Yeah, I'll avoid the peanuts then. Right, go. Let's
Right,
go.
so
Next
that is
one.
a no. But I'll have a look at it because if it doesn't have nuts in, because a lot of things that
I
have
wouldn't risk
flavours.
it. I wouldn't risk it.
I don't know.
Hang on.
Fuck it, it's worth dying.
It's definitely not worth it. How did you go? Peanut whiskey.
I make that every time I try something from a restaurant. That's the decision. I'm just like, is this worth dying for?
I got a buddy like that. Do you know him? Mitch? You know Mitch?
I don't think
He works with Gymshark. He worked with Gymshark doing all the setups for the events, like all the big expos and stuff. And then he went and did his own stuff, did really well. And then he came back internally with Gymshark as they signed the bigger contracts and stuff. So they've got him internal again.
If you send me a picture, I might know him.
Yeah, well, he basically is the same. He's allergic really badly to like almonds and stuff.
Yes, you've told me this.
But he'll just stare at something for about 2 minutes, just stare at it relentlessly and just go, try a little bit. And he'll literally just put it in his mouth and just see if anything starts swelling. And if it doesn't, he's like, yes, yum, and just nails it. But literally will risk it for a biscuit.
That, to be honest, though, that's what you have to do because there's so much shit now. Because people can get, or companies can get sued for having nuts in their products. Companies just plaster it on anyway, even if there's like zero chance of having it, just to cover their
near
arse.
a nut at some point.
Yeah. Somebody in the factory may have eaten a nut once in their life. And you're like, all right, okay, that means you can't have it. So there is like so many products that you can't have, and yeah, when it's a may contain, often I will just try a very small amount, leave it for a minute, try a slightly larger amount, leave it for a minute.
Yeah.
If it's good, then
Cool.
then I'll go for it.
Next.
Anyway, I'll give that one a skip.
Wow, there's something into it. What is it? Yes, you are dating someone. Dating Emma.
Oh, yeah, it's me.
And I'm dating Lou. It's a beautiful relationship.
Yeah, I'm dating Lex and Emma. I think this one's targeted at you. Will you marry me? Australia will adopt and love you.
Yes. Yes. You said the magic word, Australia.
Yeah. What is your favourite single malt whiskey?
Well, what was...
it was a single malt last week, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to be that 1789 small batch.
It was lovely. It was very nice. How often do you shave your head? Now, so for me, it's been about a year and a half.
Every day. I have foil shavers, and I literally wake up as if you shave your face in the morning. Yeah. I shave above my beard line with the foil shaver, and then just go up onto the sides. Yeah. And then I only do the tops. I used to do a fade all the time, didn't I? Yeah. And I got really bored of doing it. And then when my right arm gone, it's just like there's not a chance. Yeah. So now what I do is just make it a harsh line, and I taper it very, very slightly, so it's just not sticking off my head. Yeah. And I get away with it, I think. Yeah, it looks all right. Good. It's like It's like a Indian Last of the Mohicans, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It's more, that Native American kind of
look.
It's
just kind of cool because it's a bit more because I thought the fade was neat and nice, but it got tatty quick. Whereas this is just it's aggressive. It's slightly aggressive. Yeah. And that fits with the rest of it. So, but I tell you what, go on AliExpress, type in foil shavers, but you want the ones I think they're called... Kewi or something is how it's pronounced, but it's like Kewei. Kewi? Oh, but I don't know. Yeah, so look at Kewei or something around that spelling. You can get some foil shavers on there. They cost £10, mate. Right? Yeah. These things are sick to the point where I've shown them to hairdressers, barbers, and
I left that one for too long.
You did leave it too long. And they went and got some because they do not irritate you at all. So I had some other ones, Andis ones or something like that, which was supposed to be like one of the best. Right, after this podcast, we're going to take that lighter and we're going to get a sledgehammer and smash the shit out of it. Let's do it. Let me put some gas in it.
Fucking hell.
It's a piece of shit, isn't it? Let me empty the whole thing out and reload it. Anyway, I'll keep talking whilst I do that.
Yes, all right.
So, yeah, if you look on AliExpress, they're a tenner, right? Andis ones cost like £65 and they cut the shit out of me. Like... abused my head to the point where it looked like I'd been trying to have sexual relations with cats. Wow. Really bad. And now imagine if you're going somewhere, like I was most of the time when I was preening, to go like for a shoot or to go meet and greet or do things like that, and this thing would just score the back of your head like a razor rash. I'd paid money to get fucked up. Yeah. It's like, if I wanted to do that, at least have a happy ending. Like, what's going on? So I bought these ones for a tenner, not expecting too much, and they're amazing. And a tenner is less than you would pay for a replacement set of like the foil blades on the Andis, and you get the whole machine, and it comes with an extra set of blades. Yeah. It's a banger, absolute banger. So if you're into those, even if you just shave your face on a regular day, these things are kick-ass. And the foil shavers, if you don't know what they do, they actually take it closer to the skin than a cutthroat razor can do, because you can keep going over and over the skin and not fuck them up. Whereas a razor can only go so close. Yeah. They actually go. I've had both done, and the foils are closer. Fuck. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Didn't know that.
So there you
go. Again, next one. This one's a bit of a... I've got a feeling this one is a business, and he's like trying to slither up in there.
Go on then. Let it in.
So
unless it's something boring.
It's not really
accountancy.
When are you gonna let me support that badass beard with some luxurious goodness?
Dude, send some out. Send some to Lou. Yeah. Send some to the gym.
Yeah. So if you look for Black Country Barbell on Google,
I'll try it out.
That's the name of the gym. You'll find the address. And if anyone wants to send us anything, post it to Black Country Barbell, just addressed to the CREWCast. Yeah. So yeah,
I'll try it.
His Instagram is the.luxurious.bastard.
All right.
And it looks like the logo's. It's like a skull with a beard, smoking a pipe with a little bowler hat on.
Cool. Yeah. I think I've seen that.
Okay. So yeah, send some shit out if you want it, mate.
Yeah. Happy days.
So we've answered that one already. Best and worst bits of DIY you've ever done.
Best DIY I did was build an entire toilet in a bakery that I owned. I built the wooden floor, walls, mounted it, so perfectly in the corner because there was like two. If you imagine an L shape room, so we put it in the bottom of the L at the tip.
Yeah.
And it was myself and my buddy Mark who made the floor. As we went to, obviously you go and screw it to the walls, don't you? Afterwards, when we dropped it in, it vacuum sealed itself into the corners. Yeah, it was that perfect. Yeah, it was like, and all, and it didn't even need screwing in. We did, but it didn't need it.
Yeah.
And then mounted the toilet extractor fan and the dispense pipe from the toilet, which you have to have gravity fed. Yeah. So we had to have that at a good angle and did it all, and it worked. Door hinges. Oh, we had to manipulate the door for the door frame as well to get that to fit right and everything. Yeah. Honestly, it was a proper manly moment for me. That was. Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to do anything without Mark and his maths being there because I would have just gone balls in. He kept having to hold me back. Wait,
we need to
double check. Yes. Yeah.
It's about that much. We'll cut that.
We've done it. He's like, double check.
Yeah.
Measure twice, cut once.
Yep, that is it.
Worst. I don't know what my worst is. Because I don't really try something unless I'm pretty confident that I'm going to get through it. You tell us your best. I'll think of the worst.
I know my best and my worst.
You're good though.
Yeah.
You just fucking done your whole bathroom.
Yeah, my bathroom was definitely the pinnacle because obviously I've done a lot. Actually, I don't know though because I built pretty much like not just me on my own, but did the entire gym refurb. The only thing
I
didn't do was.
Have you got pictures of that country before you did it up?
Yeah.
Is it on Google?
There was a post that we did about it a little while ago. It's probably a year ago now, actually, on our Instagram. But like the before and afters, because it was just a derelict.
If you measure a derelict shell of a unit, and then go look at Black Country Bible now on their Instagram, what it looks like, and Lou literally gutted it, painted it, didn't even put some kind of structure.
So we built all the changing rooms, did all the plumbing for it, got the waste out. We didn't connect to the sewer. That's the one thing we didn't do because you can't do that. There was a new fuse board in there, which we didn't do, but then all the rewire for the lighting, literally fucking a lot.
The whole shebangers.
Yeah.
It's really impressive.
There was a lot.
I never expected you when you showed me what it was like before for it to be what it looked like. It literally had holes in the roof.
Yeah, literally you could put your head through holes in the roof. It was a fucking shithole. And a lot of people beforehand, when I got the building, they were just like, "What
are you doing?" Yeah.
And I was just like, in my head, I could visualize it. I was like, I knew that it could look stunning. So it's either between the gym or the bathroom because the gym is a lot rough around the edges, but it was just on a very big scale. And it was like 6 months worth of work on evenings and weekends.
Your bathroom is a professional standard of finish.
Yeah, the bathrooms, the finish is like...
Even your dude you bought the bathroom from, who are professional bathroom guys, said, wow, yeah.
Yeah, like when I sent him some footage over of it, and this is the guy we bought the stuff from, he was like, fuck, fair play. I was like, he was like, I was, like, when you said you were doing it yourself, I was like, oh God, here we go. And he's just like, that looks legit. He's like, you've literally saved yourself $5,000 in installation fees there. And I'm like, yes, but I've probably aged 4 years.
Yeah, 100%.
The fucking hassle of doing it. But no, so that's probably... I think the bathroom is definitely the best finish.
My worst was an attempt at making a run for my bunny rabbits when I was about, I'd say 13 or 14 years old, out of chicken wire and wood. Yeah. It just was an endless barrage of escapes because I didn't think about screwing anything to the floor. So yeah, nothing screwed to the floor with my bunny hutch, and that's why they were getting out. So at least I know why it happened. So that's my worst one. And yours?
Yeah, so for me, the worst one was this. So when I moved into the house, we've got like this little side gate, and we've got
a side gate, not a main gate.
No. So it's basically how you can go up the driveway and then get to the back garden, but there's a gate stopping you. So it stops the cat getting from the front of the back garden, which she can do if she climbs the fence, because she's got 3 legs. We tried to prevent her from doing that.
So yours is a 3-legged cat issue?
Yes. Yeah. Those very common 3-legged cat issues that people get. And so I basically need to cut a little hatch so she could get through. And Emma had been on at me for this for fucking weeks and weeks. And I just hadn't done it because I couldn't be asked to get the jigsaw out for like 2 minutes work. And then she asked me for like the 1000th time, and I was about to go out and I was like, fuck's sake. And I just went and did it, literally just grabbed it, went cut across it, and then the plank that was on the fence literally just snapped on like a weird angle, and I was just like, yep, there we go, that'll do. And it's just this horrible jagged fucking cut. And yeah, normally everything would be nice and square, but I couldn't be asked. So yeah, that's where I left it.
So there you go. So we've got rabbits and cats, and that's our worsts.
Yeah. So basically, the worst DIY involves animals.
yeah. Goddamn little buggers.
Goddamn animals.
Right, let's blast them now and then.
Right. Best TV theme tunes of all time. I'm going Thundercats for me. Straight off the bat, I think Thundercats was amazing. Thundercats.
Why did I always used to call him Bumrah?
Instead of Mumra.
Yeah, Bumrah. And there was Lionel, but bit of Chitara. Oh yeah. Oof.
Glad it wasn't just me.
Wily Kit and Wily Cat annoyed the crap out of me though.
Yeah, what was Snarf? The
Snarf. I had a Snarf toy.
Did you?
I genuinely loved that thing.
Oh, Snarf was amazing. He had like severe anxiety.
yeah. Everything worried him.
Yeah.
Like literally anything panicked him, didn't it?
Yeah.
Have you seen the new He-Man on Netflix?
Oh, did I watch it all?
New series coming.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. Now it's
Did you see how it ended?
Yeah. Rough. I'm going Friends.
Friends is brilliant.
Just makes you feel happy. Never ever annoyed to hear it.
Yeah. I think that's the thing. A lot of seasons, as you go through, like, yeah, it starts off good and you're like, oh, I quite like this. And then by the end of it, you're like, done. I don't want to hear it anymore. Skip.
But with that one, nope.
Yeah. Now,
Never
another one,
gets tired.
another one for me was Firefly. If you ever saw Firefly, there was only one season of it.
I did watch it. I had no idea what the theme tune is.
Yeah, it's very Western.
What, like country?
Yeah.
Sing it with it.
No.
Come on.
Do you want to hear it?
Give me a
I'll play
line.
bit. I'll play
Can we
a bit.
do that? Yeah, go on. If you can find it.
Yeah, I can find it. Just give
Is it acoustic?
There's a song as well. There's
Is it
a
an
guy singing.
actual song that's adapted to it for the theme tune, like Cranberries for Friends
No,
was?
I don't think so.
It's literally Firefly. Is it
Yeah.
like, I'm on my Firefly?
Yeah, I think this is it.
Oh, it is. Do you know it's a bit Sons of Anarchy, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, like it. What's that got to do with spaceships?
Well, the whole theme of it was very cowboy-esque. They took a lot of like Western themes and brought it into space. It was a really weird mix. It sounds very strange, but it just worked great.
Yeah. I like that.
Unfortunately, it was one of those things that the studio never gave it enough time, and it actually had like a really big following. But because they didn't,
cult classic. Isn't
yeah,
it?
they didn't have faith in it, so then they cut it early and literally had one season. But then all the cast literally got together, and the cast funded a movie to be made to like wrap up that season. So then they made a film called Serenity, which is decent.
Yeah, of course. I've seen Serenity. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing that now. Now I remember being happy that it did that.
Yeah, they had
What's your favourite space movie?
space movie.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to say Dune because I fucking love Dune. The new Dune's just brilliant.
That is actually really, really good.
And for me, it trumps pretty much everything else.
Even original Star Wars.
Yeah.
Really? Just easy. Boom, straight out of the park.
Easy. I've rewatched them, and don't get me wrong, they were brilliant, but they're like so dated now.
Do you know, I think you're right in the fact you're saying that it can do, because Dune is so far disconnected from Star Wars. You know, you see a lot of space movies and they're all influenced.
Yeah.
Like I was listening to E.T.'s theme tune randomly on Classic FM on the way to the gym yesterday because I have to stay calm in the car with my gimpy arm.
Yeah.
And randomly E.T.'s theme tune came on, and I would have sworn blind if you'd have played that to me without me knowing. I'd have been like, that's Star Wars.
Yeah.
And nope, E.T. So there was a galactic tune around that era.
Well, Star Wars was actually known for lending heavily from the Dune book. Like a lot of the things that they took from the Dune books. Took inspiration from. So the fact that it's kind of obviously been reimagined in a very modern setting, it's just very unique. So yeah, for me, that definitely
Do you know what? I
takes the
don't know
win.
if you're wrong there. I don't think I could top that.
It takes the win.
Unless you go the other way and go Spaceballs.
Yeah, that's also
Go
class.
far, yeah.
That's also class.
Cool wings.
Right, okay. What, if anything, do you or have you ever collected?
G.I. Joes.
Yeah,
That's it.
just it. All right.
Pretty much. Well, other than like Thundercat toys and stuff like that, basically action figures.
Yeah. For me, I've had a fair few collectibles. So Pokemon cards was probably my first collectible.
Don't get it.
Fucking love Pokemon. Digimon cards as well. Controversial view, but I actually prefer Digimon. I prefer Digimon cards and the cartoon over Pokemon. I still love Pokemon. I've got Pokemon Go on my phone, but I just thought Digimon was cooler. It was a bit more adult, a bit darker. and yeah, just a bit edgier.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't comment. I just don't get it.
Digimon was class.
I watched them. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not like hooked in with it.
Probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I rewatched the first season of Digimon. It was brilliant.
The best thing about Pokemon ever come out of Pokemon was watching people walk off bridges and shit into lakes and roads trying to gotta catch them all and nearly die.
Yeah.
Just morons.
Oh my god, there's a Gyarados over there.
That game brought to the forefront of our time the utter morons of our generation, of our electronic generation.
Yeah.
It's like that was the telltale sign of, oh, you are an idiot.
Yeah.
No common sense, no awareness, absolutely wrapped up in your little handheld device. So much so that the actual real world that's vibrating around you no longer existed, to the point where you walked into a lake.
Yeah. That's a different level of stupidity.
Just wow.
No,
Go get laid. Those people need to get laid.
They do. But while we're on the topic of Digimon,
We were not on the topic of Digimon.
I've still got some more collectibles. Beyblades as well. Beyblades were fucking cool.
Couldn't do it. People played for keeps, and I'm not about. I couldn't.
They were They were like, because with Pokemon, everyone's like, oh, the cards are cool, but like, it'd be fucking cool if you had a real Pokemon. But with Beyblades, you had a real fucking Beyblade.
Yeah,
So like, yes,
yeah.
they weren't as epic as they were in the cartoon, where like the battles would last for like 15 minutes, and then like, what was it called? That they each Beyblade had their little monster in it.
Yeah,
In the little
I
chip.
don't know, because I only ever got two because I got them bought for Christmas,
yeah.
and then that was as much as I got into it.
Whatever they were called, and then the little monster thing would come out, and then the monsters would be able to battle as well. And yeah, so that was cool. I tried Yu-Gi-Oh as well, but couldn't get into it. I
don't know what that is.
never even bothered. It was shit. That's probably going to piss people off, but Yu-Gi-Oh was shit. And Warhammer as well. I fucking really enjoyed. I'd never really played Warhammer, but I liked collecting. I liked building and painting.
I like
painting
them.
Building the sets as well was always fun.
They looked sick.
Yeah.
I still stop at the Warhammer shop and look in the window just to see the cool stuff.
And they do
it's
like-
art, mate.
They do these like limited edition runs, and they'll be like Lord of the Rings ones and stuff like that.
Oh,
and they're fucking stunning. They're so cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I do. I appreciate the artwork that goes into those. The fine detail that, for Jesus. Yeah, fair dues.
yeah, okay.
How many freaking questions are there, man?
There's loads.
Bloody
We've
hell.
got a lot. Okay, if Netflix made a documentary about your life, what year's episode would get best rate? Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, this is a documentary about your life, and I'm assuming it's one season for each year of your life. Which one would get the best ratings?
Probably from 15 to 17, where you're finding out, trying to get girls and just failing so miserably and being so pathetic, buying them dumb shit, Valentine's nonsense the first time you start doing all that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, just that, because it would just be so awkwardly brilliant to watch.
Yeah, for me, I think I'd have two clusters.
Yeah.
It'd probably be from like 12 to 16. Maybe
Yeah.
even 12 to 7. No, 12 to 16. I calmed down a bit when I was 16. I just
a rager from 12 to
I
16.
just started early. Yeah, I started drinking drugs at a young age and hung out with a lot of people that were older than me. So I just did some stupid shit from early on. And then actually when all my friends started getting a bit wilder, that's when I was just like, fucking been there, done that, mate.
Old news, mate.
Yeah,
Old news.
yeah. So I kind of got it out of my system early. So there's definitely that stage. Also, it would be like hilarious, but very probably cringy. And then probably like the last 2 years, but for completely different reasons. Just like all the shit that's gone on, it's been very eventful.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool.
Right.
I'm sticking with my 15, 17, 2 years in-depth views on just the sadness of me, like purely investing my soul into certain songs and believing that they were tales of my life. Just that nonsense. You're like the cigar killer. What you probably need to do is knock that ash off and relight it, because you had no cherry when you got going again. And you need to give it a good old, like...
It was
Oh,
fucking...
that's gone out as well, though?
It was going.
Yeah.
I don't know if it...
It might be because we've got the window open.
I don't know if is it because it's windier, or would that help? I don't know. Anthony. Or are we just fucking talking too much and not smoking enough?
Yeah.
I do forget
What,
about
you need
it.
it in your hand whilst you're going.
Yeah, I do forget.
Yeah. Right, what's the next one?
So somebody who already shares the same interests as you, or somebody who gets to show you new things. I'm assuming
New things?
Yeah, I'm assuming that's like maybe for a partner or maybe just a friend in general, I guess.
Yeah, new things. It's always fun.
Yeah.
As long as it's not cracking hookers.
Well, yeah. I think there's validity in both, isn't there? Something very nice when you find somebody who shares common interests, but then also like
That's the worst smoking ever. Go on. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I'd say a bit of both. To be honest, I don't think it's you can't categorize it just one or the other really. What is your most impressive go-to meal that you can cook?
Cheese on toast. I'm making mean cheese on. What was that sandwich I made us? That was cheese, ham, chutney, salad, and it was all toasted. Something like that. Manwiches. I make good manwiches.
You do. It was very nice.
Yeah.
I can't remember what was on it now. It was everything, and it didn't sound like it should work, and it worked brilliantly. So for me, I do a really
good chilies as well.
Yeah, your chilies are nice. I do a really fucking good jambalaya, like a chicken and sausage jambalaya. Very
not
good.
expect you to say jambalaya.
Yeah, when you come over my house, I'll cook that for you. It's about 2 hours in total, but
Yeah.
it's fucking worth it.
Probably able to
amazing.
soon. Now you got your bathroom going.
Exactly. And also I do a really good ramen, which is like super easy and quick, but looks stunning and tastes amazing. It just looks really impressive, but it's really easy. So I do a good ramen too.
Nice.
I love cooking, so
I hate it.
really.
Yeah.
I just love it.
It takes forever to do and then minutes to finish. Like once you've eaten it, it's like, well, it wasn't worth it all that time.
Robert Rodriguez, when I was a kid, he's a director. He works with Tarantino a few times, does all the grindhouse stuff, and watching the special features, as you do as a child, for Once Upon a Time in Mexico, he literally did a cooking episode, and it was like how the basically there's a meal that gets eaten several times in the film. It's called Puerto Pibil, and it's this like pork dish, and he does like a how to cook it, and then at the start he was like, not knowing how to cook is like not knowing how to fuck. You got to do it for the rest of your life, so you might as well do it right.
It's true.
I was like,
it's true.
Fair enough.
I got into cooking. When I came out of uni, and I did enjoy it. But then, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I got lazy. I got cooked for too much. That's the problem.
Yeah. Like Emma cooks. Emma still probably does the majority of the cooking because she tends to be home. Well, she works from home, so she tends to finish work a little sooner than me. Not always.
You're good then. 'Cause you get cooked for and still wanted to cook.
But to be honest, I think I enjoy cooking more than Emma does. But I only enjoy it when it's something that I can really put some effort in. I hate just doing
occurrences
a
rather
stir
than
fry
day-to-day.
or something quick and
I
easy.
like
That's
that.
just boring.
If it's like Christmas dinner and stuff like that, I enjoy everyone getting together. Someone's cutting the potatoes, someone's doing the meat. All that kind of. I love that.
Yeah.
But that's more about being with the people and the environment. It just being a whole thing.
Yeah.
The day-to-day cooking is what I don't like. But if it's something bigger like making. I don't know if we're making a picnic to take somewhere like that. I'd probably enjoy putting all that together and doing stuff like that. But
yeah, I think that the day-to-day stuff, I love trying something new. I really enjoy learning a new recipe, and then I'll repeat that recipe like several times a week until I've got that like nailed.
you know what it is? I buy everything in, and I have a lazy 2 days, and I go to the fridge and be like, right, let's sort this out, and everything's gone off.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, fuck this.
You can't do weekly shops anymore. Nothing fucking lasts.
3 days.
Yeah, that's what me and Emma do now. We literally do a 3 or 4 day shop, and then we have to just do it twice a week because everything fucking goes off. Like, this didn't used to happen.
No.
Why does veg go off
I
so
don't
quickly?
know.
Why is everything...
Like, how long is it taking to get to the store now?
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
coming in kind of like, help me.
Yeah, it's just about looking good, and so that you get it home, and then it starts dying
It's
immediately.
like, I'm good, and throw me away.
Yeah.
There's like no in between anymore.
No, I know. Yeah, that does piss me off. Like, we always used to do weekly shops, and now it's literally, we do like a Monday shop, and then it'll be like a Wednesday or Thursday another
Now
shop.
you get notes on your system when it gets delivered. We've delivered you some things that wouldn't last quite as long as we'd like. And it basically means they give you some shit that's definitely not lasting more than 2 days. And you're allowed to send it back, but you're like, well, I don't want to, because that's why I freaking ordered it. You dicks. I ordered it so I could have it in my fridge, so I could eat it when I wanted to eat it.
Yeah.
And now you sent it to me, forcing me to eat it basically the moment you're giving it to me.
Yeah.
And that again is like, well, now I don't want to cook it because that's not what I wanted right now.
Yeah, that's it. 'Cause literally, when we do the cooking and we'll have like our 3 or 4 days of food, what decides what we're eating is what's going out of date first.
And that's
which is
stupid.
so annoying.
That's shit.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, isn't it? It's anything like consistency is key. And this is where meal prep comes in. I think meal prep's good because I've got a lot of chicken breasts that need cooking downstairs. So I will just cook one big, huge ass, either like a curry or a stir fry or something like that. And once I do that, I feel really accomplished. I've cooked 6 meals in one go. And that's actually a better idea. Every time you cook something that's 3 or 4 meals worth.
Yeah.
Cook a batch load. And then you start filling your fridge up with pre-cooked meals rather than shit going off.
Yeah.
I just taught myself a lesson there.
Yeah.
I need to get back into doing that.
A lot of the time, we'll cook basically for 4. We'll have our tea, and then it will be our lunch for the next day.
Yeah.
So then it's kind of each meal is split into 2.
That is
so
the best way of doing
a
it.
slightly smaller portion for our lunch, but
Yeah.
we don't always do that. But that's what we try to do.
Gosh, what is happening with this recording thing? Is that still recording over there?
It looks like it. The red.
So my phone has just decided to disappear off. We're having a bit of a technical one. Hello, look at Lou's face. Yeah, just keep an eye on that.
We good.
Keep an eye. Keep an eye. Keep an eye. Keep an eye.
Right.
Alrighty.
Okay. Next question.
Yep.
When did saying "looks can be deceiving"? Looks can be deceiving.
I can be tiring.
When did the saying "looks can be deceiving" really hit home?
Oh, it'll be when they invented Spanx. That'll be the one. You think you've got yourself a prize mare to take home, and you've got mutton.
Sorry, I keep blowing this in your face.
Right.
Looks can be deceiving.
When did that first land? That's a really weird question. They've obviously had something happened to them recently. They've been like, God damn it. Yeah. Probably the first time you bought a car you thought was good and it turned out to be a lemon. Mine was a Toyota MR2.
I've not had loads of cars, so I can't say that. And yeah, I can't say I've had that necessarily. Looks can be deceiving.
Well, here's one. I'll even the odds. Spanx.
Yeah.
Obviously. You can get some men wearing them, but let's pretty much say. Because you get male girdles. But I'm going to go with Spanx because it's like a more common thing. And then the male thing for you girls, watch this out. And here's a little tip, actually. This is a handy tip, right? If you see a lad who looks big-ish, you think, oh, he's probably in a bit of shape, that lad, because he's got a bit of shoulders or something like that on him. But he's wearing a jumper on a night out. And if you keep an eye on that fella, if he pulls the jumper down, like as a tick, he has a tick where he's pulling on the hemline of the jumper all the time, that dude's a lump underneath. He's a lump. I'm telling you now. Yeah. Tell you now, he's a tubbity-tub tutu. I remember seeing a dude, when I worked on the doors, I remember seeing a guy coming out and he looked hench as fuck. Like, just, like, what? I thought, what a unit. He just looked in a jumper, he looked massive. And I saw him in the gym, dude had titties. Like, but I thought he was, because gym big.
Yeah.
And he was just, like, literally, his chest just merged into his gut.
Yeah.
He was just, there was nothing to him. He just happened to have
broad
shoulder that looked shapely
jumpers
in a
can
jumper.
make people look fucking super stacked.
Ladies, watch out for a man turning up in a jumper.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
The tug on the hemline. Watch for it.
I'm struggling to think of
the
one.
Hemline tick.
I really am. I'm super I'm really skeptical. Like I'm not like necessarily thinking the worst, but I'm always like I just don't put faith in a lot of things. So I don't know. This is fucking hell.
That makes you sound super morbid.
Yeah, but it's literally just like I'll still take something at face value, but I'm not going to invest in that until I know more.
Yeah, see, I have a problem with doing that. I tend to think of the best of everything all the time, and I get stung by it. Like what happened recently with me. You know what happened. I'm not going to say it out loud because I'm not going to give them any voice. But that was unbelievable what happened to me. I ended up having to deal with something. The reason you're not seeing some many videos at the moment is because I can't really edit very well, and I'm having to do them on my own again. And I just had to go through a whole almost like legal thing with it. And it's just been stress upon stress, needless for things that I didn't know there was no error.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, you saying that's reminding me of one that I've had a staffing issue in the past, and again, seemed like a good, honest person. Turns out not at all to be that.
Yeah, trying to steal your business.
Yeah, literally
lying to your face that they
breaking contracts, lying directly to our face, even though we've got evidence. And
that's probably
things.
Looks can be deceiving. That's when you employ other people.
Yeah, and genuinely on face value seems like a good person, but then that also makes me worry for the people that are around him, because if I know, like I'm not going to tell the details. I never would, and I'm not going to tell them the details either, because
It's not your place. I guess.
I don't want to badmouth anyone, and unfortunately,
I'll fucking let people be aware. 100%. I did. I blacklisted.
Yeah, no, I know.
Because it's if they're an asshole, if someone's an asshole, let people know. And do you know what it is? I never lose my faith in people, though. I always give people a good old chance, and I think you should. Just it's like anything that we talked about with relationships. See the signs.
Yes.
See the flags. Don't. My problem is I'll say a flag and I put it down to them having a bad day or something else like that. No, take the flag. Your brain's going, hey, boom, boom, giving you a red light for a reason.
Yeah. I think trusting your instincts is always something that you shouldn't underrate.
Oh my God, yeah, don't. Do you know what? We've got other questions from this week as well, so I'm going to interlude with some of these now as well. What music do you listen to the most? Heavy metal.
Yeah, probably metal. Yeah.
Check out Days Gone on your PS5. Sons of Anarchy crossed with Walking Dead. Yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah,
you're on a motorbike and you ride around smashing stuff. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I've seen it. It looks good.
Would you rather wake up to a blowjob every morning or £1,000 under your pillow? £1,000 under my pillow. Then I'd spend that £1,000 getting a blowjob whenever I wanted it.
Yeah, that's a much more logical approach.
Yep. Have you changed your diet while not being able to train or keep it the same? Oh, this is a really good one. So if you are, basically, I'm very, very good at being intuitive in eating. And it's not because I sit there going, today you've not moved a lot, so we're going to eat less. Literally, my body doesn't get hungry if I move less. Yeah. I'm lucky that way. I move more, I eat more. And that is a simple thing that you can do. If you are moving less, try and work out roughly, just guesstimate how many calories less am I utilizing right now, and compensate accordingly.
Just looking at your step count, that's a
gauge. Yeah, everyone has it on their phone. It's built into your phone. You can check it anytime.
Yeah.
And you can actually hook your steps up on an iPhone. I'm assuming you can do it on Android as well to MyFitnessPal or something like that. Yeah. And it'll give you a calorie breakdown, I think, all along there, will it, as well? Something like that.
Yeah.
Or you can just put your steps in on Google and say, how many average calories is this?
Yeah, it can give you a rough estimate. It's not super accurate, but it gives you a ballpark figure.
Yeah.
I've got one here as well, which I think is kind of a funny one. What's your fast food horror story?
Fast food horror story.
Have you ever had one?
I have never had like food poisoning or anything like that from a fast foodie thing.
Could be anything. Could be other things.
Fast food horror story. Never shit myself. Never had food poisoning. Touch wood.
We're gonna get
it comes next week. Yeah. Fast food horror story. Nah. Can't think of one. There's nothing jumps to my mind.
Oh, fair enough. Mine's not necessarily fast food. I don't know if I've told this story already. It's from a vending machine.
Yeah.
And when I was at school, I always used to get these chocolate milkshakes and just got a chocolate milkshake as normal, cracked it open, and you can't see it because it's in a plastic container that's not transparent. Peeled the lid, took a swig.
Clump.
It had gone off. But it had separated, and have you ever seen milk when it separates and all the milk goes to the bottom and then some clear liquid floats to the top? Oh. So I took a massive swig of this fucking, whatever this clear, disgusting liquid was, spat it out on the fucking floor of the fucking hall, and then...
It's a proper comedy.
I knew straight away the texture was off.
Yeah.
Like, before I even was able to taste it.
You're like, wrong.
But I'd just gone...
Yeah,
like that.
You do, don't you?
Yeah, because I wanted my fucking milkshake.
Yeah.
Just fucking chugged it back and, spat it out all over the floor, then kicked off and made sure they gave me my money back. And then forever, from that point onwards, I was like, open it up and I was like, looking inside, there was I think it's good now, but try a little bit, sniff.
I've got one that involves fast food from uni. So we used to always get cheesy chips at the end of a night out.
Yeah.
Which was just delicious. There's nothing better than cheesy chips when you're a little bit two sheets to the wind. And we used to walk from town because I went to Newcastle University. We used to be able to walk from town all the way back to Ricky Road Halls, which is where we stayed. Mm-hmm. Now you could go through the hospital on the way we went back because Newcastle University is intertwined with the actual working hospital that's there. So if you're doing medicine or medical biology, you would go into the hospital, into the labs and stuff there to do some of your lab work. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So sometimes we used to walk through the hospital in lab coats and just see if anyone thought we were doctors. And one time we walked through and just started reading charts. And we did it in the worst way because we'd walk in it and look at the chart, mutter to each other and just shake our heads, put it back and walk off. I just remembered that. We were such dicks. But we were coming back to a night out and we were going through the hospital car parks and we didn't know, but there's a 24-hour security dude on the car parks. And when we were into WWE at the time, like as a cult thing, it was just like our childish thing that we would adhere to every week as we were watching the WWE and treat it like it was real life football match like thing. We just loved it. It was great. So we started doing some wrestling moves. Well, pretending to do wrestling moves on each other. So I went to hit someone in the back of the head with a chair, which was my polystyrene box of chips.
Yeah.
And I bounced off the barrier for the car park because they were the ropes, and came flying in, and then smacked my mate on the back of the head with the polystyrene thing, to which he reacted over the top, like went down from. And then I walked back and picked up my polystyrene thingy-me-jiggy-me-bobber to put in the bin later. So I was, still behaving in a way. And then as we got to the top of the car park, the security guy comes out and does a citizen's arrest on me and my mate. Dragged us into this little office. Yeah. And you know when you're just taken aback by something? Yeah. It just happens before you know it's happened. And all of a sudden we're in an office. Yeah. And he's just like, just seen you trying damage to public property or private property or whatever it was. Because he'd seen us bounce off the barrier, which we didn't break or anything. And then he goes, got footage here, and it shows me running up behind, leaping like fucking Assassin's Creed, smacking my mate in the back of his head, then casually walking back and picking up my litter. Yeah. And then strolling up. I'm like, so what are you arresting us for? Yeah. For bending a barrier and then picking up our own litter? Yeah. Nice work, Bobby. like that. So then we argued with the guy. Once he'd realised he'd lost, I then asked for a copy of the videotape because it was really cool, to which he got really pissed off with and then kicked us out of the thing. So I got cheesy chips, did a wrestling move, picked up my litter, got citizen's arrest, argued our way out of it, and then went to bed.
Citizen's arrest.
What a tool. Proper, in Jobsworth. Yeah. It was like 2 a.m, bro. Who's got that energy at that time?
Oh, mate, that's ridiculous.
So citizens arrest somebody.
That citizen's, because you never hear anyone talk about citizen's arrest or anything like that. And, have you seen the film Midnight Meat Train? With
that sounds like a porn.
It's got fucking Vinnie Jones in, and also there's a random scene that has Rampage Jackson in it.
Dude, have you seen Rampage fighting like tomorrow or tonight?
Oh, is he?
He's fighting. What's up, champ? What's up, champ? You know the guy. What's his freaking name? What's up, champ? You don't know who I mean? He was going to fight AJ in that, but then he didn't pass the drugs test. No? I'm going to get his name up now.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I love him because they're so theatrical. Oh, how fun is that? I just put onto DC's Instagram and he's doing WWE at wrestling.
Nice.
I love DC. I hated him when he was fighting. Really didn't like him, but I love him as a commentator and a human being.
Oh, yeah, I think he's a nice person. He's
Shannon Briggs.
Yeah, yes.
I just remembered. Shannon Briggs.
Anyway, and then this fucking Midnight Meat Train, there's like a random scene with Rampage Jackson in there. Basically, the premise of the film is Vinnie Jones goes on this train late at night and kills people, and then they get taken off to be eaten by vampires or some weird monsters or some shit like that. And there's something's going on, like Vinnie Jones is trying to kill somebody on this train. Rampage Jackson, who's just a jacked badass, just chilling on his train late at night.
I have seen it.
See something going on, and then
is there a punch in it that clearly misses?
Yeah.
Yes. I have seen it.
I think Rampage Jackson punches Vinnie Jones in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Starts fighting him, and then mid-fight just goes, "This is a citizen's arrest."
I remember it, and there's some really bad.
And there's a bit where because Vinnie Jones, his tool is like a meat tenderizer, like a mallet, like a metal one.
Yeah,
and it fucking smashes Rampage Jackson's hand.
Yeah.
And there's a scene that's close up on Rampage Jackson's face, and he goes, "Yeah!" when his hand gets fucking blown apart by this fucking this meat tenderizer.
Yeah, I've seen that. I have seen it.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Terribly brilliant.
Anyway, so yeah, this is every time I think of a citizen's arrest, I think of Rampage Jackson beating someone's ass, and then midway through going, "This is a citizen's arrest."
If Rampage Jackson wanted to citizen's arrest you, you'd be like, yes.
Yes, please, just do it.
Yes. Do you know Vinnie Jones? You know, he was doing really well, wasn't he? He went from Lockstock, wasn't it? Yeah. And then he was supposed to be, this is where he fucked up his movie career. He was supposed to be in the Rambo, John Rambo.
Oh, really?
Do you remember the guy who's in it, who's a bit of a dick? And he gives Rambo shit on the boat in the way in, and then tells him, "You're staying here, boatman." When he's a proper dick, he's got a shaved head, and he says, "What's that 1,000-yard stare?
Yes,
you a tough guy? Are you a tough guy?" And just Rambo doesn't even look at him, and he redeems himself at the end of the movie because he gets his leg smashed in and still fights like a warrior, but he's a proper prick. Watch that again now, and you'll see that role was actually for Vinnie Jones. So that's why the guy is very Vinnie Jones-esque. Right. But Vinnie was only going to get paid about $100,000 for the movie, and obviously Stallone was getting like 20 million.
Yeah.
And Vinny argued that he should be paid more because Stallone's cost. Bear in mind, Stallone was directing it. He is fucking Rambo, and it's fucking Stallone, and you're a footballer, mate. So they said, yeah, cool, no, we'll just recast you.
Yeah.
And instead of doing John Rambo, he went and did, what was that? Ace, 7 something. What was it called? It was an action movie, and it had, what was it called? Ace of 7. Oh, fuck, what's it called? He basically went and did a sequel to a movie that shouldn't have had a sequel instead of doing John Rambo, and then never got a good movie part again. Dude, it's crazy weather outside, huh? You won't be able to hear it on our mics, but there is a storm going on outside.
It's so fucking windy. We've got both the windows open. All the smoke in the room just went whoosh, and then disappeared.
Whirlwinded out, isn't it? Good old British winters here.
I know, yeah. Fuck, it's
frosty morning. I love a good frosty morning with bright sky, though.
Well,
do you know what we're talking? Flying jacket weather. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I got my flying jacket out. I came in with mine because I nipped home for a bit and then like nipped back in when I was fully dressed because I had to have a quick meeting. And Kiri was in there and she had her flying jacket, which looked exactly the same as mine. And we're like, she saw mine and then ran off, got hers, and we're like, look, we match. They literally were identical.
I've got one in my wardrobe that looks like yours, black. Mine's not as nice as yours, though. Yours is a proper like finished article. Yeah. Mine was one I bought ages ago as a quick buy just on ASOS for I don't know why, it was a good price, but when it's really raw. Like the pockets are just a zip, so they're aggressive. Like if you put your hand in it, it slices your hand to pieces.
Oh really?
Yeah, because there's no covering on the zip. It's not a soft. You're just basically dragging your hand across a zip.
Yeah,
but it looks good.
Yeah,
but yours is actually decent. But that flying jacket, that vintage one I've got,
that's nice.
So I
think mine was Zara. I never shopped at Zara.
Zara's
before,
amazing.
And it's class. I love it.
Great quality. Yeah. And here's the thing with Zara. They don't re-release stuff often.
Yeah, it's all limited.
So when you see something Zara, get it. Here's a little cool thing though. People start shopping at vintage stores, but don't go to shit vintage stores in crap cities. Go to places that are known for their vintage. Bath. Wow. You want to go into a place where you can't see the owner for shit in the shop. If you don't have to dig for things, you're in the wrong vintage store.
Yeah.
I'm not talking charity shops. They can be really hit and miss. They can be okay, but vintage it up. I have got everything that I ever wear online, and people are like, where's that from? I'd be like, it cost me a tenner from a vintage. I've got a £300 jacket downstairs, haven't I? It's pristine, suede with shearling lining. Yeah. It cost me 30 quid. It's clearly a dead man's jacket, and he didn't get a chance to wear it.
Yeah.
But I'm living his dream.
Or Spock with my my fucking full length leather jacket. That was like a £250
the one
jacket.
you wore for being the Crow.
Yeah. And that's literally. What did I say? I can't remember.
You bartered with him.
Yeah, I said. I think I got it for like 20 quid or 30 quid, something like that. It was fuck all, and it's brand new.
You would pay more for that in weight at a vintage fair.
Leather. Yeah, because it's real leather. Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's insane. So get yourself some vintage shops, and then also you're being good with the environment.
We need to carry on because I've still got like another.
It's just a Q&A. It's a Q&A day. Let's just smash them. You can make your own spirit drink. What's your flavor profile combination?
I was thinking about this the other day for when we do ours. I might just be like putting a spoiler out here, but I thought so. It's a very common one, but it's something that people are going to like. But it's got a little twist. So I thought we'd do a honey rum, but it'd be like a Manuka honey.
Ooh.
Because I've never seen that.
What about honey whiskey with a Manuka honey? A proper whiskey though, not that shit that you get like Jack Daniel's crap. You could go both ways. You do both. Mm-hmm. A honey or a whiskey one.
Yeah.
A rum or a whiskey.
Yeah. I thought, my first port of call was a rum just because it's the actual, because I was thinking about it from a practical point of view, and the production of rums, it's a little bit more straightforward because of the process of it. And just more doable, I think, for us. But,
mine would definitely be a bourbon.
Manuka honey.
The whiskey.
Yeah.
Definitely a bourbon. So I'd have that, and it would be really lightly smoked. And I'd definitely go for undertones of, I don't know, something like maybe either you do get the honeyest ones, like, your Irish whiskies and stuff, or maybe something like that has like a soft toffee undertone to it. With a little bit of the heat and the smoke. I think that'd be delicious. It'd be like a treacle almost.
Yeah, toffee, that would be great.
Nice. But not cheesy. I'm talking like a subtle...
Yeah, nothing...
Blended in there in a different way, not just like an after flavour. Yeah. We'll find like something that's sat in with the whiskey.
Yeah. I've got one here, which I really want to answer just because it's... So this is Bulgarian split squats or weighted burpees. So obviously there's no context to that.
No, if you had to do one or the other for fitness overall,
I personally,
weighted burpees is a beast. If you get good at those, you're a motherfucker.
yeah, I think that they're like context is king with that weighted burpees. Yes, it'll fucking destroy you. It's more of a conditioning or cardiovascular
100%.
tool, whereas Bulgarian split squats are a brilliant move for muscular development, for balance and strength for your legs.
Yeah.
And if you've got a squat, if you want to build up your squat, a split squat is going to be a great way of doing that without the kind of fatigue that you can accumulate with squatting.
If you are doing burpees, make sure you're paying attention to your negative as well as your positive, because too many people kind of flounder to the floor and then pop upwards.
Yeah.
The negative, you've got to think about coming down and dissipating that impact and spreading it over the body, and you want to be driving your hips down as it lands. So imagine like you're doing a sprawl is when I do the burpee. There's a bit of a sprawl and then pop up. And what you can do is you can drive right hip down on one, up, back down, drive your left hip down. So you're like sprawling left and right. Yeah. That's a really good way of doing things, because it keeps that kind of mobility motion going and stops you just smashing a single body posture the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, with questions like that, thank you for it. But context is king. Explain why, because that's because I would prescribe one for one reason or one for another.
If you want to be a motherfucker, do the burpees. That's going to get you kind of rounded fitness, and it will create muscular development.
Yeah,
just like imagine if you were doing good strict body weight press ups are going to create muscular development. Right. All fun and games. Lex has been recording in 4K the whole time like an idiot. We're wondering we should do 3 cards, and I thought I'd change. Got a new camera. I just said it's not used. My bad. Anyway, how do I start my journey at the gym? Just go, and don't be. Here's a big thing, and I guess people say, "Oh, everyone's looking at me." Nobody's looking at you. Yeah. Listen. People are in a gym who are in there to do with anything of worth, do not have time to be looking around at other people. And you know what? I even avoid looking at other people because it will annoy me if I look around and see other people being lazy. It puts me into a mood for my next set.
Yeah.
We've discussed this before on the podcast where people are like doing dicking around. So anyone of worth in there is A, not going to be staring at you, and B, will be somebody you can approach and ask questions. You want to ask me a question in the gym? I will happily answer your questions. I am all about, helping you. If you come over and go, listen, how do I do this properly? Anybody in that gym who's a good gym goer will be like, yeah, no problem, bro. And they'll, hun, darling, whatever you don't find offensive. Yeah. And they'll just come and show you. And they'll be like, you cool with that? And they'll be like, great, because trust me, there's nothing better than helping someone and seeing them enjoy it. Yeah. Gyms are, and especially Black Country is a prime example of this. They're a place where people can come together. Yeah. And that's what they should be. Do not be scared of a gym. And I appreciate commercial gyms are a little bit less, what's the word?
Inviting, I suppose. Or there's not much community.
Inclusion. There's less inclusion because everyone's a stranger.
Yeah. That's how that kind of model works. Yeah, there's so many people that are there. You are just a bit of a number, so you're kind of a bit anonymous. But like in the past, I've made friends at commercial gyms. Listen. I think a big part of it is how comfortable you are, and obviously you get more comfortable the more time you spend there. So just understand that the first day.
Think of the first time you tried to ride a bike.
Terrifying.
Think of the first time you tried to ride a bike and you fell off.
Yeah.
And you tried again, you fell off. Then you got a bit further, and you got a bit further, and eventually you're doing wheelies.
Yeah, or your driving test, and you're thinking about every process. You're like, okay, put my foot down on the clutch, then pop the gear. Is that the right? No, you just drive around. You don't fucking think about anything. You eat your fucking super noodles while you do. Like you can do anything while driving.
And here's another thing: if I see somebody doing something wrong in the gym, but they're putting energy into doing it wrong, but I just walk over and help if I can. Yeah. If I feel like it's my I can do it in a non
douchebag way.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's
you can
a non-demeaning way. Yeah, just be really friendly and be like. I'll often go and just go, you'll feel this way better if you just do this and this. And it's like minor adjustments. Yeah. And they'll be like, okay, cheers. And so honestly, all you need to do, go into the gym and put some fucking effort in. And you'll see and feel and interact with people in nothing but a positive way. I'm telling you now. But if you go in worrying and staring at other people and what they're thinking, you're not going to get anywhere because all your energy is going to be spent on worrying about other people. And that is a day-to-day thing in life you shouldn't ever fucking do.
Yeah.
Why are you worrying about other people you can't control?
Yeah. The only thing you have control of is you and your reaction to situations. So, you're never gonna be able to change somebody else or what other people are doing. So, but you can have, you've got a lot of control over how you handle that situation. So, understand that putting yourself in these situations that are sometimes stressful and uncomfortable are the best situations to be in. Those are the situations where you actually grow as a person.
Yeah, and I guarantee, probably 2 months in, you'll be rocking and rolling.
Yeah,
and really confident in asking for help and know who to be. Like even today, I was in the gym. It's a really nice thing. Obviously, I've gone in with my Winter Soldier arm, and numerous people were just coming up who I'd never spoken to before, and just like, "What do you do, bro?"
Yeah,
and we're interested. Every single one was like, "I hope it heals well. I hope it heals fast.
Yeah,
good to see you in here."
Yeah,
that's a really
still
nice.
Getting it done well.
Yeah, and one of the guys who is like he's probably still a boxing coach, but he's an ex-coach from somewhere else who's moved, so he's just here on his own. I got talking to him. He came over and he was just so like, "Bro, great to see you back in." I've spoken to this guy maybe twice before, because he was up there doing some boxing. We got talking about the boxing. I asked him, because he said, "You look like you can move." And I was like, "Oh, I did this." And I was like, "What do you do?" He's like, "Oh, I used to coach doing this." Oh, cool. And we just had that little interaction.
Yeah.
And then we had a bigger one today because of the arm, and he was just like, "Good to see you back in." And then I found out he'd moved down to be closer to his mother, and he didn't have anybody around here. He was new to the thing, and he was in the gym just, and I'm quite approachable, I think.
Yeah.
So he felt like he'd come and chat, and now, I'm like, "Dude, I'm the same in Shrewsbury. There's no one." So my closest, but he's an hour away. You're closest to me. And he's like, I said, "Look, I'll give him a number, and we'll do some boxing together in the gym. My one arm, it'll be cool." I said, "We'll video it. It'll be,
it'll be funny at least."
Yeah. I said, if anything, it just shows, when you're fucked, all you need is just one good person around you to just help you get that motivation. It'll be a cool little thing to do. And I said, and then you want to do some food or something like that? He was like, "Fuck yeah!" And we both went off happy and smiling. At what point in that whole thing was there ever a negative? There wasn't, and that was in a gym environment with strangers to me.
Yeah. A lot of people are just there to get something done, and they're also really happy to have a positive interaction with someone. So yeah, don't stress about it too much. The first time is going to be scary. Second time, a little less. Third time, a little less, and so on until you are comfortable. That's just how life works, not just in the gym, but in everything. Learning how to do anything.
Oh yeah, and I've been telling you now, scary is the wrong word to use in the gym. It's not scary. You're making it seem scary in your head. It really
that's
isn't.
how it would feel to the person.
I'm just saying that's what they'll say, but it's wrong. Yeah. Don't say that to yourself. It's not a scary place. It's a place to learn and meet people. It really is.
Yeah.
It's like going to college for the first time.
Exactly. All right. So from that very helpful question to, would you rather pee a marble or poop a bowling ball?
Oh, pee a marble, mate. Really, surely?
Pee a marble.
If you pooped a bowling ball, you're dead. I reckon we might survive peeing a marble.
Yeah,
and your pee afterwards would be hilarious. It'd just be, ooh.
You'd have to go and stand in the shower.
You could probably only ever do sit-down wheeze for the rest of time, which I'm not mad about.
Yeah, to be fair, you probably would die from shitting a bowling ball.
Shitting a bowling ball, Christ. Right. Can you imagine? Who said that? That's funny.
Epic relicious.
That you have a strange brain. Well done, you. What are you looking forward to most when your arm is better, weights or boxing or both? Both. I love both. And I've actually just found out today I can do one arm bag work because I've got the brace on. I can hold my right arm up here because flexion is no issue to me. This is no problem if you're looking on the video. I can do this, absolutely no problem. My extension is to about there. I can't go any further than that right now. And I shouldn't even be able to get to there. At this point in the rehab, I should be locked out here.
Oh, yeah.
So this is how much further I am. And the physio, when she saw it, was like, "Huh, how?" Like literally. She's like, don't understand. And the surgeon just couldn't fathom when I told him about, I was only a couple of degrees off supinating and pronating exactly like my left arm. Yeah. He was just like, "That's pretty amazing."
I think that's it though, we're not medical professionals, so don't take our advice.
No, this is me, and I'm doing what I like. Right now, I should have the brace on. I should have a sling on, but I know that I'm comfortable where I'm holding my arm, that it's resting on my leg, that it's here, that it's safe.
Yeah.
And all day it's been in the brace at the gym. Don't get me wrong, I don't take the brace off at the gym. It's brace or sling in the gym, so I don't accidentally have that moment of lapse where I reach or grab for something. Yeah. I'm not loading any plates. I'm not loading any weight on my arm. Nothing. I'm being sensible in the outer respects, but on the bits where I know I'm in control, I know my body and I'm edging those lines. You know.
Yeah. it's just like when I broke my hand and they couldn't manipulate the bones back into position, and they basically like, go away, come back next week. If we can't do anything, then you're gonna have to go in for a surgery. And I spent a week working our way, sledgehammering signs, like sledgehammering posts in to make temporary signage. And I came back a week later, and they were like, "Oh, everything's back into place. How did that happen?" With my cast cracked in half, and I was just like, "Oh, I don't know what happened there."
Yeah, oh, magic.
And using it, you've like. Yes, sometimes I do something and it fucking hurt, and this isn't always the case.
Hence the need for no painkillers, so you know the pain.
Yeah, I didn't have any.
Don't do that,
I didn't have any painkillers at all.
Yeah. But if you did have it, would have dulled that, and you'd have maybe done more. You know?
So sometimes using something is actually a good way to repair it. Not all the time, definitely not all the time. But from my personal experience and seemingly Lex's experience as he's going through it at the moment, that is beneficial. Rest. Complete rest is never good, I don't think. No, complete rest.
I'm pretty sure, and don't quote me on this, but I remember a while ago seeing a study done where people who were sick, those that stayed up and about and moving, recovered faster than those that just lay down. Well, I'm lagging on the old whiskey. So it's the old saying of, if you do something that makes you limp, try to walk normally as quickly as possible. Yes. Don't give in to the limp, because what you're doing is training your body to walk with a limp. You're resetting your mechanics to start walking with the limp, and then you start. And it's the same thing with anything. If you start allowing compensations to happen, then you will start to feel normal in a compensation mechanism, and it won't feel abnormal to you. It's a simple thing. Here's a really good one. If for kind of shoulder issues or anything like that up top, if you wear vests often and when you're training, one of your sides always slips down and the other side stays still, there's something off in the symmetry of your body. Pay attention. So if like your left little stringer slips off down your shoulder all the time, you're having to hitch it up, or your t-shirts twist, jumpers twist, you've got something off that needs addressing. So start having a look at your posture when you're lifting. Start having a look at your hips. Are they aligned? Start looking at your stomach. When you're at home, lift with the shirt off, not for vanity. Look at what muscles are activating. Lift with one side and then lift with the other, and see if you look the same when you lift. I found out that if I curl, just a simple bicep curl, stood up, strict, that when I had that glute med that was lazy, my whole hips would kick off to the right, because obviously my left glute wasn't kicking in to stabilize the left hip. So the right one was contracting, obviously pulling the hips over. Left one wasn't contracting as well to keep the other side pulled in. So it was all pulling over to the right, which showed all my midsection was contracting differently on my left side. So the moment that I set that straight, it felt so alien, but my body was aligned. And now I do it, and now I know the feeling of how it should feel when I curl.
You know something's off when you're looking at yourself and things are symmetrical, but it feels like it's not. That's definitely
and I had that for years. I remember arguing with my mate Mark in the gym, and I was lifting, and he's going, your left side's off. I'm like, it's freaking not, it's even. He's going, I'm telling you, your left side's coming down lower. I'm like, hey, it's not, I can feel it. And I argued with him, but because I was like the lead trainer, he was just like, fine, have it your way. And then like 2 years later, I was like, yeah, you're right, everything's fucked on the left side. You're complete. But to me, it felt absolutely straight and absolutely normal. And you can see it actually in some of my earlier photos when I do an ab pose, or when you put your hands by your, like you do the crab, like the chest pose, but where it's not the crab. Muscular. You kind of stood up and you put your hands together, palms together by your belly button and squeeze.
It's a variation of most muscular, isn't it?
Yeah, you could see that my abs were skewed off to the right. Yeah. Oh,
interesting.
Yeah. So there you go.
Right, got one from Brett. This is not necessarily a question, but I do want to mention it anyway, just because shameless plug. Awesome new BCB clothing range. Can't wait to pick it up. BCB visit next month.
Is this the Sons of Anarchy?
Yes. So I fucking love Sons. I just love that
kind
of like
doesn't?
Biker style. So we've just released a BCB hoodie. If you don't know, just have a look at Black Country Barbell, have a look at our Instagram, or check out our website, and you can buy one of the hoodies if you're interested. They're very cool, and we've completely had a redesign of the logo.
They're good quality too.
Yeah, They're great.
I was there when you were picking the base. I
Yeah.
actually walked in. You were like, which one of these two?
Yeah.
And I was like, zip, pockets, hems, and everything are better on that. You're like, we agree. Cool.
Yeah,
And you went with that.
it's class. I really love it. This is like I've wanted to do this design for fucking ages, but I just didn't know whether enough people were going to like it. But then we've had a lot of interest in it. So yeah,
it's a really clever redesign of this logo as well.
yeah. So yeah, it came out today. So,
did it?
Yeah. So it came out
that's
literally. So it's Friday today. Obviously, it's Monday when everyone else is hearing this. So if you are interested in having a look, get on there because we only do very limited runs, and once stuff's gone, it's gone. We never do re-releases. So yeah, if you want it, check it out.
I got one here. CREWCast bobble hats, please. That's from what a name. That's from Stretch My Phone.
Stretching my phone.
That's a good call.
Yeah, bobble hats would be cool.
I do love a good bobble hat.
So I've actually put an order in for some templates, basically, or some blanks for some CREWCast t-shirts now. They haven't got back to me yet. I did email them twice, so hopefully next week we'll actually start getting the ball rolling on that. We need to get some designs drafted up because that's
and
going
like
to
we
be the main
said,
thing.
send us through if you're a graphics person or something like that. Send us
Yeah.
some stuff through, and if we pick one that you guys do, we'll hook you in.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll work you
Yeah,
in.
if anyone's got graphic designers, or even if you've just got some basic design ideas, we really appreciate anything sent over, because even if it's just a really rudimental sketch of something or an image of something that you really like that we could work with, it's great to get that kind of feedback, because it's weird, like we're doing this podcast and it's like a big community, and we have this interaction through the Q&A, but we don't fucking know anybody. Like, it's just me and Lex in a room. But there's so many people that are hearing this, so it's really good to get that kind of feedback from you guys.
Yeah, and if we can include some of you guys when we do anything, we will.
Yeah, of course.
That's the whole point of this thing. Is we get back to that rawness of when social started, when everyone was
When
getting involved
social
with
was
everyone,
social.
and it was social. Yeah, exactly. Right, let's do one more, and then we'll leave you with a something to think about for your week ahead, which we will think of on the spur of the moment. It's not planned, which I'm saying. So if it sucks,
So if it sucks,
if it's not as inspiring as you hope.
disclaimer, it might be shit.
If you could replace one limb with literally anything else, what would you replace it with? Well, mine was, and ever since I was a kid, I wanted a RoboCop or Terminator arm.
Yeah.
That's all my life. It's always been the thing. I just thought it'd be really cool to
You
have
basically
like
got
a
it.
Robo arm.
That's
But
really
a proper one. I'm
Yeah.
talking like cyborg fitted to you, like works.
Like Jax.
Yeah, like basically
Jax
a Winter
from Mortal
Soldier.
Kombat or Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I had this random conversation today with Kiri, one of our members of staff, basically about like a go-go gadget fucking hand. And then it'd be like, if you had an Inspector Gadget hand,
Like a Swiss Army hand.
what would your fingers do? And then so I was just like, you definitely have like knife and fork or something like that in one.
Screwdriver.
Scissors, lighter for a thumb.
Oh yeah.
And then I said maybe a kind of a harpoon finger, so you can like fire it off and
scorpion.
swing. Yeah,
Get over here.
Yeah.
How many is that for? How many fingers you got going on there?
How many fingers have you
Well, you
got?
got a thumb
I've
lighter.
got 14 fingers on the one hand.
Yeah, but you got because I was thinking how many have you got? So you got a thumb
lighter
lighter,
for a thumb. Harpoon finger, knife, and
middle finger's a knife.
I'm gonna go
Freddy
for a
Krueger.
spork.
A spork on the middle finger.
Yeah, because you can just get everything. Because
Yeah.
like you can eat like that, right?
Yeah. So you got two more.
Okay, I'm gonna go like a ratchet screwdriver, ratcheted screwdriver, not ratchet as in the new meaning of ratchet, as in being ghetto.
Your little finger should be a multi-adaptive electronic integrator, so something that you could plug into anything.
Charge point.
chink, and then obviously that would
I'm
go.
feeling tired.
Yeah. Or yeah.
Plug
you
it
could,
in.
you can hook your heart up with a chip and or something like that, or your adrenal gland. Boom. Or you can like go in and you can manipulate the electronics. Like RoboCop with his spike.
Basically, like you've got a USB port, USB-C.
No, it needs to be more than that. It needs to literally be like a bio.
Basically, the
What's
jack
the
in the
word?
Matrix.
What's the word when it's a bio mesh with tech? Like like transformery, you know what I mean? Like organic tech in your little finger, so you could integrate into an electronic of any kind and control it.
Yeah,
That'd be
I don't know what
just
it
your
would
little
be called.
finger, just that.
Yeah, get in there.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I don't even know. I forgot what the question was.
Is it replacing a limb with anything?
Okay. Well, yeah. Inspector Gadget hand, but with that. And are you going to go for that, or are you going to still go Winter Soldier?
I'm still I want the cool crazy ass arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just what I've always wanted as a kid.
What was the film when it could like turn his hand could turn into like guns and stuff like that? What was that?
Oh, what are you talking? Supernatural or
No,
mechanical?
Yeah, mechanical.
Was he mechanical himself, or was he human?
Yeah, but I can't remember what it was.
Because you get, what is? No, so I'm thinking Transformers straight away, where their hands are rotating to like rocket launchers and plasma guns and all sorts.
Some Oscar Pistorius.
Is it cartoon?
legs.
Is it cartoon or movie?
Chicky and then just outrunning everybody. Oh fuck! All right, yeah. Should we carry one more? Or you?
All right, I got one more, and it's a stupid one. It's funny, and it's actually a thinker. What's the biggest animal you could beat in a 1-versus-1 cage match? Now, you'd think immediately things like cats, but cats will fuck you up if they're pissed off. So I'm not taking on a cat. That's a motherfucker. I mean, you could definitely kill it, but it's going to hurt you. So the biggest thing you could take on that you could defeat without getting fucked up is what you got to think of. So I'm going something...
I think a cow.
You reckon a cow would trample the shit out of you?
Cows are so
Have you
docile.
ever been... Dude, have you not been chased by a pack of cows?
Yes, but that's a pack. I'm not. This is 1v1. They're easy to intimidate.
I don't know. You corner a cow and it gets pissed off.
I reckon. So, if you can tip the cow, then it's fine.
Yeah, but that's only because it's sleeping.
No, you can tip a wakeful cow if you're stealthy enough.
You reckon?
Yeah, or they've just got no balance side to side. If you can just maneuver, you can.
How are you being stealthy in a cage?
Okay,
with a cow?
you can outmaneuver a cow, right? I reckon I can outmaneuver a cow.
Have you ever seen a cow move like bouncy left
Yeah,
to right
cows
like a bull?
Cows can
They can
shift.
all move like bulls.
Yeah, cows can shift. Cows are weird. Like, have you looked at a cow?
They're a giant dog.
But they're a weird mix of like having a lot of mass, but also being bony at the same time.
Yeah.
They're not built to be agile.
I had to walk through fields of cows on my walks with my gimpy arm.
Yeah.
When I couldn't go to the gym or
Cows
anything.
can be intimidating for sure.
I got chased out of the field by them. Bulls up close. Holy shit.
If someone was like,
So you're going for a cow?
yeah, I'll go for a cow. If
I
someone
put my
was
money
like,
on the cow, mate. I'm sorry.
fuck you. If someone was like, because don't get me wrong, I'd get fucked up. I'd probably get hurt. But like, how's a cow going to kill me? He's going to have to knock me to the ground and then trample my head.
I'd trample any of you as you're staying down.
Yeah, I ain't having that. I don't think I do not think a cow is going to be able to fuck me up that badly. A cow will definitely, it'll knock me on my arse. I'll be able to scramble back up. The cow will still be like turning around.
Yeah.
I'll knock it over. I don't know how I'll probably. This is going to be very cruel to the animal, but obviously we're talking in like a death match with it.
Yeah.
So thumbs in the eyes. So then the cow's now not able to see me. And I would probably have to rip its throat out with my hands. Not necessarily an easy way, but I think that's the only way I'm not going to be able to beat a cow to death because I'll break my hands on its massive skull. But yeah, if we're going there, I think I can take a cow. If people want to put money on this, if people have got enough money to make this worth my while, I will do it.
You'd actually you're genuinely amped up about
If we can get 100 grand together, I will kill a cow.
Oh, please be some random like millionaire
Someone,
listening to this shit.
okay, so that'll do. I love animals in general, but 100 grand's 100 grand.
I mean, I could go cheat. I could go bad with this and say a whale because that bitch ain't going anywhere out of water, and I just sit there beating on it until it either just suffocates.
Just
and
body shot in the whale.
Yeah, just body shot, and I'll claim a win when it suffocates to death.
He gassed out.
You didn't put enough rules in the game.
Yeah, it was
all
just
you
like-
said was an animal.
You outperformed him cardio-wise.
Yeah.
It's just like he wasn't conditioned.
You look at the stats, bro. 170,000 punches to none.
Because he has no hands.
I win. That's it. I think we're good for today. Well done for the game.
Come on then. You said you were going to leave with us.
No, I have one. And we've had this a lot of the week. We've had the scared about going to the gym. We've had people about getting back motivated. A lot of that again recently. I think people are on second lulls after the whole COVIDious things. I think people have got back in, thought everything was going to open up within themselves again and be able to just get back to where they were. And it really isn't that easy. A lot of the time, just keep clicking away at that bitch until it lights. It will eventually do it, and then we'll go and smash it with a hammer. Actually, what we'll do is dismantle it and see if we can fix it like real men.
I thought you were just going to blow it apart with a hammer and do it.
Or message Zippo and be like, why have you made such a piece of shit that I've spent money on? because there's something wrong with that anyway. Yeah. So if you are thinking about starting something new or trying to get back to something that you were once comfortable with and for some reason seem to have a real low motivation to be able to get to, or you're struggling to kind of all that hearing is click. Give it. Let me have a bash. There you go. Keep going. I believe in you. There you go. It's like it's weird and it's have to get it on a tilt or some shit. If anybody knows how to fix the butane Zippo lighter thing, because it only works on full flame and it's really freaking annoying. You literally put it on anything but full max flame, which should essentially be like a 2-inch vicious woofy thing. Like, it should take your eyebrows off at that height, and it's literally burning as normal would be on low. Anyway,
yeah, it's shit.
If you're trying to get back into something, you're trying to start something new, and you're feeling a bit overwhelmed by it, or you're feeling a bit nervous about starting something. Here's the thing: if you never actually try anything, you will never achieve anything, and it really is that fucking simple. You have to take that step. You have to fucking do it, and or whatever it is that the goal is at the end of the reason you're starting that thing or wanting to start it. It's not going to just materialize without the effort. You've got to get in there, and you've got to take a few lumps, get in there, make a few mistakes. You only learn when you make mistakes. You only learn by trying, and the only thing you'll never succeed at is a thing you don't ever try to succeed at.
Yeah.
You'll definitely never succeed at the thing you never try at.
Yeah. I think there's another quote. It's something along the lines of basically successful people do what they need to do whether they want to or not. And that's what it boils down to. You can want to do something and then and still not do it.
Yes.
You just get shit done. If it's that important to you, and if it's really that important to you, and some people need to hit rock bottom. Some people need to get to that point before they can make that move. And, I think a lot of people have been
taken me tearing the bicep off my bone to genuinely realize how important training is to me.
Yeah.
Because I took it for granted.
Yeah.
And so when I had lulls and weeks, I'd be like, well, I'll get back to it next week. No. You need those things that fire you up. You have to stay on top of them to keep them going, because the flame dies quick. And it's
like on these cigars.
Just like us with cigars. The flame dies quick, and that is normal with everyone. It's not just you. So you're absolutely normal for feeling this way. And it is a bit of a... But once you... Listen, there's the old thing is 28 days makes a habit. And that is disproven and proven. Like if you do anything for a month, guaranteed you're going to be better at doing it. But it can often take less time than that. But it can take more. And you never know until you start trying. That's the thing. You never know unless you try. So fucking try. Nobody's going to give you shit for trying. No,
not at all. 100%. And if anyone does, they're a prick.
Yeah. Hey, it's a great one for vetting who should be in your life and who shouldn't.
Yeah. I always, this is something I talk to Emma about. Sometimes because I don't really concern myself with other people's opinions too much. Like, if someone doesn't like me, then fuck them. They can not like me.
I'm very
That's
much
cool.
like that.
But Emma does just, value other people's opinions. And I was like, and this is maybe like a very blunt way of putting it, but I was like, imagine you were just walking down the street in your, dressed nice, going out or whatever else, and then there's two homeless people just on the street and they start pointing and laughing at you. Are you going to care? Are you going to care that these two homeless people are pointing and laughing at you? Like, no, because they're homeless. Like, what have they got more than you?
Yeah.
Like, what value have they got? Like, yes, they probably think, oh, look at him in his fucking stupid pilot coat or whatever else. I was like, I don't give a shit about your opinion, because I'm doing what I want to do and I value my stuff well over what you value. So apply that same kind of principle to other people. If somebody is hating on you for whatever reason, why the fuck do you value their opinion?
Why do you value it? And number two, they're probably hating on you because you're doing something that they daren't do.
Yeah, they don't do, or they can't do, or it's not even in their comprehension.
So don't become that person.
Yeah.
Don't become the person that hates and does nothing. Here's one thing that I once came up with. My brain once came up with me. My brain does come up. The little sayings that I come up with, you think they literally pop into my brain that tells me. A lot of people think I come up with them. No, my brain is a separate entity that comes up with them. And one thing I said is, if you complain about something and then make no effort to make changes to fix what it is you're complaining about, you have no right to ever complain about that thing again.
Yeah. Fair point. Very fair point.
Thank you, brain.
Yeah.
That stuck with me, and that's my own brain that came up with it.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I've got one last thing, literally completely unrelated to everything that we've spoken about, but I saw it today and I thought it was brilliant. we spoke about this YouTube channel, More Plates, More Dates. The guy Derek, he talks about loads of like really informative content. A lot of it is about kind of pharmacology, some drug use stuff, but it's basically like how to be safe if you were doing that, and because that's something I'm considering at some point. Just a
Heroin.
Heroin,
Yeah,
yes. But now I'm talking like performance
Yeah,
enhancing
yes.
drugs, also like cognitive performance, loads of things. Very, very intelligent guy, and he got 1 million subs on YouTube today.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's been grinding, and he knocks out some fucking content,
He does,
multiple videos a day,
Yeah.
for relentlessly for like years.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm really fucking happy.
But
for
he's
him.
a guy that's putting out content that is scientifically sound.
Yeah.
He's a very, very intelligent human being. And the way that he breaks things down for people to understand, I think that is a skill set that he's been rewarded for.
Yes,
It's
100%.
deserved.
Super knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's an honest guy. And even when because he's got a company that releases supplements, and they're very, very well thought out. And he's always the most skeptical person about his supplements. When people come in and like, oh my God, this added like 30 pounds of muscle in 3 months. And then he's like, no, it didn't do that. He like reins people in. He's real. He's not just selling you on some bullshit. He tells it as it is.
It should be.
Yeah, and that's like something I really respect. And he's by far probably the most viewed channel that I watch at the moment.
Yeah.
And it's great seeing somebody succeed. And obviously he's been doing well for a long time. But hitting that 1 million mark, obviously you've done it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking landmark and a half, isn't it?
Yeah, mine bloody came around through the middle of freaking COVID, though, didn't it? So completely like shit on it.
Everyone was just at home, so everyone was just watching
There's
way more
nothing-
YouTube.
Yeah, and
so.
I couldn't be creating the content that got me there.
Yeah.
That was super annoying. It was like a double-edged thing, but that is very, very true. And also, just on that note, it's Black Fridays and Cyber Weeks. And I know you get sick of hearing it, but this is literally the time for you to stock up on what you need. If you do have those goals, stock up on it. Do take advantage of it. And if you... listen, I do have the links. You know, you can use My Protein, you can use Lex Fitness, and you will get currently you're getting 57% off on the Black Friday and the Cyber Week. So listen, I know Christmas is coming and everything like that, but look after yourselves. And if you've been wanting to get something or try something, this is your time, because it's going to cost you the least amount of times to try things. And if you use my link, amazing. I just want you guys to understand that take advantage of these chances, because these sales are literally once a year. There's also Gymshark Black Friday as well, so if you want to kick yourselves out with that, you know, that is rocking and a rolling as well.
Yep.
But I know you get sick of seeing it, but try and look past just the fact that we all have to advertise these things and have to tell you about them because it's what the companies require us to do, and look more towards what is there here for you to take advantage of that could actually benefit you.
Yeah. Or presents for friends and family as well.
Yeah, just think of others, think of yourself. And I know it might be a bit of an expenditure for now, but it is actually going to save you a lot of money down the line. And a lot of these, there you go. We'll leave you with a blackout.
We'll
leave you with the
again.
blackout.
Fuck's sake.
It's just one of those weeks on the old cam and everything.
We don't
going
know
on.
what's
So
going
there you
on.
go. Have a fantastic week. It's Monday, and we always tell you, leave the bad behind the last week, bring forward what was good, and have a great fucking week.
Yep. Toodle pip.
Toodle pip. What a technological.
What a fucking nightmare. What a nightmare.